Palworld Early Access Review. Palworld may take a lot of inspiration from Pokemon, but its unique survival mechanics and humorous approach make it an engaging experience. The review focuses on the Steam PC version, highlighting its distinct gameplay despite bugs and performance issues typical of early access games. In Palworld, players are thrust into an odd mix of survival gameplay and creature collection, where pals can be used in combat, labor, and even as food in tough times. The game's world offers a blend of exploration, combat, and base building, with a darker twist on traditional creature collection games. Palworld's survival aspect is more akin to games like Grounded, but with a twist of capturing and utilizing creatures. The game drops players into a hostile world where they must build bases, enslave creatures, and defend against aggressive human factions. The tone of Palworld is wildly different from its inspirations, featuring gunfights, forced labor, and the moral ambiguity of using creatures as tools and food. Combat in Palworld is delightfully absurd, allowing players to arm their creatures with weapons or use them as tools in battle. The game injects humor into its gameplay, with the ability to capture humans and make them work alongside creatures. The capturing and battling of pals, despite being eerily similar to Pokemon, are engaging, with a dark twist on the familiar formula. The game's creatures, while not entirely original, are entertaining to collect and fight with. Palworld's base building mechanics are robust, encouraging players to use creatures for resource gathering and crafting. This cooperation between player and pals adds depth to the survival gameplay, making base management and expansion a key focus. However, some aspects of base maintenance can become tedious due to the excessive grinding required for resources. Exploring Palworld's vast environment reveals a diverse world filled with unique creatures, dangerous bosses, and intriguing NPCs. Multiplayer enhances the game's enjoyment, allowing for shared adventures and base management. Despite being an early access title, Palworld shows promise with its blend of humor, survival mechanics, and creature collection. The game's satirical take on the genre, combined with deep gameplay systems, makes it a noteworthy experience. However, potential players should be prepared for the typical bugs and technical issues of early access games. In conclusion, Palworld's early access version offers a compelling mix of survival gameplay and creature collecting with a unique, humorous twist. Its deep mechanics, engaging world, and multiplayer capabilities make it a game worth trying, despite the rough edges typical of its development stage.